Okay, YouTube, this is for a 2001 Chevy Monte Carlo. There's not that many videos out there for cleaning EGR intake throttles and passages from what I've been looking for. So I kind of looked around different videos and got the idea mostly from an 01 Impala engine. So I just wanted to make this video for those of you out there who were in the same place I was, so you have already a better idea of what to do. So this is for an 01 Chevy Monte Carlo, cleaning the EGR passages and intake. As you can see, I have everything out already. I removed the throttle, so you just basically basic remove the screws that hold the intake or the throttle to the intake. Right here, the gasket, which is over here. You just remove that, figure out how to remove it, remove all the components out of your way. As you can see, I removed the air intake throttle and disconnected everything, pushed everything out of the way. Also, as far as some other hoses like these here, one that runs from this canister onto the back, move some of this out of the way. So just get pretty much everything out of the way to get to your EGR valve, which I have right here. This is an 01 EGR valve. That's what it looks like. Seems not to look like the same thing as most other EGR valve that have that spindle that you can clean out, so you don't have to replace the EGR valve. This one doesn't have that spindle, and if it does, I think it has it inside, if I'm not mistaken, but you can't really see it in there. You can't really access it. So basically, if you're looking to clean it, you just probably blast it in here through the exhaust in there, pretty much with your carbon choke cleaner. And this is a new one. This is not the old one that came with the car. This was already replaced, so this needs just a little cleaning in there with some carb choke cleaner, and it'll be good to go. I'm just cleaning the intake here and the passage that goes from the EGR valve gets connected here, and this is the passage that goes underneath and inside into the intake. As you can see here, goes into here, passage goes underneath and goes into the intake. And these are the passages that most people that have the videos on YouTube say that you clean out when you're getting your code P1404, which is a flow EGR valve code. But this video is just, I wanted to make was, if you needed to get to your intake throttle EGR valve and to clean any passages or clean the EGR valve itself, you see what it looks like and basically what to do, how to get to it. So if it's about EGR, this is what you take out, this is what you clean with choke cleaner, in and out, clean all the deposits, scrape it all off. Same as here, as I already started. This is all blackened. It looked like that all the way around. So I pretty much took my wire brush, which I have here, which looks like this, but I have a different one on there, but it's pretty much this. Because wire brushes are kind of hard to find that will fit in there and that are really flexible. So you just go out to the store, a really good hardware store, and find these to get in there. As you can see, this was pretty flexible. I can move it in and out. You can see the liquid, everything in there, gushing out. So, see, this is what I'm using right here. Bristle wire brush. Go put it in the port in here. Spray some carb choke cleaner in here, up and down, everywhere. Get everything nice and clean. As you can see, all that deposits coming down. And in here as well, spray in there. And then scrub it back and forth, clean it out. I will give you one piece of advice, which already happened to me. When you're working around removing all these hoses, there's one little hose right here, which is this one, that's very brittle. It goes into the back and comes in. When you're pulling it out, stretching it out, be very careful because it's brittle. As you can see, it's snapped off. It continues, it comes out into this. And I have the other piece right here. So you can see connects to that, and it goes into the canister. It's very brittle, it breaks easy, so be careful with it. I already went to the auto parts store and they didn't really have it, so I think I have to go to the dealership or maybe tape it, as I try to do here. Right there, I split that there and I put a piece of tape. It seems to work, but problem is it's snapped all the way in the back in the corner, and it's real hard to get in there and put a piece of tape and close it off. So, piece of advice, if you decide to tackle this, something to look for. Since I like details, I'm gonna try to do this and show you the way I'm figuring out to do this. Basically, I take my wire brush, insert it here in the path, in the passage, and just go back and forth, like I said before, and just try to, you know, do the best you can to scrub back and forth. Spend some good time doing it back and forth. And that's as far as I can go. So what I'll do here is take it off and come here and just clean. See, as I already did, as you can see, it's kind of clean in there, but you just kind of go up and down around here and try to get as much as you can. And what I'm thinking is, I got all this liquid in there. And what I'm thinking of doing, you go back and forth, clean that. What I'm thinking of using is, I plan to use my air hose and just come in here and blast some air and try to, you know, air blast all this liquid that's remaining in there and deposits. You see, it's nice and clean. It'll come out clean once I dry it up and everything. I just wanted to show you how to do it with the brush and clean it in there, so you have a better idea. Okay, here's a closer look. What I'm doing, I already sprayed some in here. Put it in the passageway. Sprayed. I came around here. Sprayed as much as I can everywhere. You can see it's cleaned up. Around here it looks like a little bit there, but you get the basic idea of how to use the carb choke cleaner to get it in there and get it looking like that. And also, you can do the top right here as well. As you can see, that goes right in there. Take the brush, back and forth as much as you can. Okay. All right, you can also take the throttle as well. The butterfly was really dark. I already have pre-cleaned it a little bit. I still have more to clean here. The same thing. Take a brush, clean as much as you can everywhere, and then I'm gonna take the rag right here and just start cleaning, and then you can move the butterfly here to get to the edges. You just turn that to get the edges. So I'm gonna try to get as much as all that as possible cleaned up. And same thing on through here. Okay, as you can see here, I cleaned the throttle. Butterfly is pretty nice and clean. Clean the outside right here, so when the gasket goes back on, as well as the other side of the throttle, nice and clean. Use some air, blasted this, clean. Got it as clean as I can get it. Passageway. Now, as far as that hose that I told you about earlier that cracked, which comes back under here, it comes back in here, goes under here, and it goes into here. As you can see, I already started to pull back on it, but as it turns out, there's an extra hose that goes attached to this, so it's almost like a Y hose. So to get to that, you probably have to remove the spark plug pack here, removing this nut, that nut right there, and then removing that one little nut right here that seems to hold this, so you can get underneath it and finally replace that hose. So this is it. That's all I wanted to show for 2001 Monte Carlo 3400 engine, 3.4. So if you have the same car, now you know what you're looking at. I hope this helps. This is the first video that I post up, so if you don't like it, hey, you don't have to. Yeah, but if you do, like it, and hope you enjoyed it. Thanks, guys.